Yeah, go on, go on.
Diventerai famosa.
Wow. In this video, I'm going to take you across two beautiful towns. But first of all, I'm starting having breakfast. It was the usual continental breakfast. It was pretty good. I've started doing this thing where I'm drawing. So look at that view and then look at my drawing. Tell me what you think. I'm going to show you where this location is. You can see it's in Italy, and I'm going to zoom in here. You've got a couple of lakes there. This is Lake Maggiore in the middle of the screen there, and the location I stayed in was Hotel Rosario Langaro on Lake Maggiore. The location where I'm staying in Lisa is absolutely fabulous. On this stretch here, just by the water here, there's restaurants, cafes. There's probably 8 or 9 restaurants and cafes just along here, and then just along that side. You can walk along the water just along there as well, and it's really stunning. The prices are quite good. It's not ridiculously overpriced. It's not ridiculously busy. I would absolutely recommend it. The other good thing about this is if you go 10 minutes that way, there's another town, and you go 10 minutes that way, there is another town. You can get fed up with here. Now there's restaurants, cafes, there's an ice cream place here, and there's an ice cream place here. It's quite picturesque. The sun does hit you, and on that side, as you can see, the views are of the lake. There's boats there, and it's just mountainous, and the sunset, I think over there, I think it was over there somewhere, but it looks absolutely. I would 100% recommend this place for couples. A busier town is Arona, which is that way. It's just about 15 minutes that way. There's a much busier town. I'm going to check out another town that way. This is just driving along the absolute beautiful coast. The weather was absolutely phenomenal. You got palm trees and everything like that. This is now coming into this beautiful town of Stresa. It's very authentic. Have you ever watched TV and just seen like some majestic, amazing hotels, and you've wondered, well, I've wondered as a young kid, do these places actually exist? What are they like? Wow, I'm just on this stretch here, and every single hotel is named some kind of Regency Palace or something like that. I mean, that's one there. There's another palace type of one there. There's another one. These are just amazing. Like, truly amazing. Wow. I've decided I want to sit right by the coast. So there's this really nice cafe here. I've come along in here. It seems pretty quiet. As I go in, you notice there isn't actually quite a lot of tables filled in. And I'm sat there having my orange juice right by the coast, enjoying the views. Again, you can see at the minute it's relatively quiet. I sat there and I watched all the boats to and fro, and I wrote in my little book, as I like to do a bit of note writing. There was boats going left, right and centre. There's a couple of big yachts, there's a couple of small ones. But then later on, as I was leaving, you can see it got very busy. After I left there, I went for a walk along the promenade. I watched a whole bunch of statues that were there, and I admired the architecture. Everything was very classic. It was old school. It was really beautiful to look at. After a while, I needed some ice cream, so I headed into the town and I found this ice cream place here. It was a really nice place. The ice cream was absolutely delicious. I sat there and I watched it. I sat in the town and I watched it. Soon after, I needed a coffee. This coffee place was hilarious and really good fun. They were all so much fun in there. They were lively. They had the prices on there, and there you go. Go on.
Diventerai famosa.
She was making the latte art. It wasn't the best latte art I've ever had, but they made it such a good laugh. I sat there and I just enjoyed the view for a while. Then I went back to the coast and I watched a couple of motorboats. It was just nice, just sat there relaxing, watching boats. There was some guy paddleboarding in the middle of this lake. It was a huge lake and he's paddleboarding while some big boats are going across to and from. But it was nice just to sit there and watch. After that, I went for a walk, and again, I found some beautiful buildings. There was a church, Saint something. Went in there. The architecture in there was absolutely phenomenal. I wonder on that. I went for a walk and then a drive to a mountain top view. I sat in this cafe relaxing. I was there for at least 2 hours. It was right on the top. where I had an amazing view, but I decided to sit there, and you see this church in the background. I decided to draw that. Let me know what you think about my picture. My drawing's on the left hand side. I thought it was quite good. What did I have there? I had a coffee and I wrote some more stuff. This is the view from the top. I could see the whole of the lake. It was absolutely spectacular. After that, it was time to drive to the other town that I was going to. I went to this place here, but I think I went the wrong way. I think I may have gone down the wrong road. Eventually I managed to find the right path. There was a couple of narrow roads, but this is the main road, and I'm going to take you to where my hotel was. Tiny little door through the hotel, go through here. It was actually an incredibly nice hotel. The receptionist was very, very helpful. I went in and said hello to her. It was sort of like in a cave, but there was a special way to get in the roof of the elevator. When I'm coming through 0, put the key in, turn it right. Breakfast is going to be at room number 4. Mine's room's on number 3. I'll give you a quick tour of the room as well. It was a very, very nice hotel. Really great location. Nice, clean, good sized bathroom. I have absolutely no complaints about this at all. The shower was fabulous. Give you a little wave. After I toured the hotel, I went outside to the main square. Again, you can see everything is very, very authentic. There isn't anything modern. I'm guessing these buildings, these cobblestones, have been there for a very, very long time. It was an absolute amazing place to walk around. The square was so beautiful. The sun was coming down. I walked up some stairs to get to another building, and this is the view looking out of the building. As the sun started to set, I sat there and I just enjoyed watching the water just shimmering and the lights in the distance. I must have sat there for quite a while. After a while I got hungry and I went to this restaurant. I don't actually recommend this restaurant. This was the only place that was very, very commercialized. It was kind of get them in, get them out. Everything else about this area was absolutely beautiful. The views were so nice when you sat on the edge of the on the lake. It was absolutely stunning. You can see some of the shots here. What I did decide to do is I did decide to go for a walk after I'd eaten, but it had gone pitch black and the roads were getting really, really narrow, and then, you know, just